Well, folks, how you doing today? Great day here in February. Can't believe how warm it is. And I want to do the update for you on my EDC system for 2017 for this year, what I've updated over the last several months, what's working for me, what hasn't, things I've changed, and we've changed a lot of different stuff over the last several months that I'm really digging. So I want to share that with you. Now, for those of you who are new to this concept, EDC stands for everyday carry. What's on you all the time, every day when you go out the front door. Now, we recently did a concept video. What were the 8 minimum items to have with you? We've done that video, and now this video is just my update for my EDC system. It's always getting updated, tweaked, things I like, things I take out, things that I find that work even better for me. And so this is going to be a 2-part video series. The first part that we're going to look at today is what's actually on my physical body. What do I carry in my belt? What do I carry in my pockets? That type of a thing. Then we're going to do a second part, part 2, on what's in my EDC bag, the bag that goes with me every day when I go out the front door, when I go off to the office, when I'm going maybe running errands around town with my wife and my son, you know, whatever it may be. What's the bag and the contents of the bag that go with me? So this will be a 2-parter. Let's go ahead and jump into the on-body EDC system. All right, folks, let's go ahead and jump right into the on-body portion. We got a lot of things that are coming in for the first time. We got some things that I thought would work that I've dumped, and we'll discuss that as well. And we have some newcomers as well as some return items. So lots to go through. Let's go ahead and jump into it. And you guys don't have to worry about a list. I have a link in the description below over to Amazon where you guys can pick up all of these products. Very easy to access them on Amazon. And that's always a great way to help support the channel as well. When you use those hyperlinks, we get a small kickback. It helps us to continue to do what we do and make videos just like this one and purchase gear just like what you see here on the table. So don't worry about writing down stuff. Just use the links in the description below. And not only will that help us, but that'll help you. First one out of the gate, I get questions all the time about this, so I'm going to hit it right out of the gate here, is the Sunto button compass. This is a compass that attaches to my G-Shock Casio watch. It never moves. You guys see it in almost every video. In fact, if I'm wearing my watch, which I do daily, I mean, this is EDC, this never moves, has never once bumped, fallen off, broken, anything like that. It has a really good face on it. It glows in the dark. It has 360 degrees on it, marked on it, with a rotating face. So this thing is awesome. Very well done. I use it constantly. I'm at a trailhead. I don't have to go digging in my pack. Boom, I can look at it, see which way we're headed off to, which way back to the car, that type of a thing. So I love it. And again, it goes with me everywhere. It does have a little hole back here that you can run a small tassel through, a paracord if you wanted to, wear it around your neck, attach it to something else, you know, wear it on a zipper. I mean, whatever you want to do, but this stays super secure. And now I think 2 years on this watch band, which is fantastic. Casio G-Shock, I want to thank and shout out to my neighbor, Bill. Bill, you're awesome. Thanks, buddy. He gave this as a gift to me, I believe, for my birthday at least a year ago now. This thing is cooking. It's the general, like, introductory G-Shock. Works great. Good face. It's not overly bulky. Some of those G-Shocks can be like just this giant monster of a face, and they have like 1,000 different options, which are really cool. And if you're climbing Mount Everest, that's exactly what you want. But for you and me, the average Joe, probably a little overkill, and I don't like ginormous watches. This is about the biggest face I'm willing to go for everyday use. And so this does go on me regardless if I'm wearing a suit and tie or I'm going out for a day on the range. This is the watch that goes with me, and I just have to have a watch, guys. It's a great backup to your phone. If it dies, you don't have to go digging in your phone or whatever. And it just shows to me, when I see that someone's wearing a watch, it says something more to me about the person than just like they're equipped and prepared, but that they're on purpose of being punctual and care about time. And so that means something to me, and that's why I will always wear a watch in some capacity. Okay, I'll get to it. The blades. I know you guys are excited, pumped about the return of the Spyderco Manix Lightweight and a newcomer. So I'll just hit the Manix 2 real fast for you. This is the lightweight version. I love it. There are lots of different versions now. I plan on upgrading soon. There's a knife center version and exclusive that I may be purchasing, or I'll be going with a couple other versions. I just haven't quite decided. But this is the introductory version here with BD1 steel, made in USA. BD1 steel is a good budget steel in the premium arena, if that makes sense. You're getting huge rust resistance, better than even VG10 or 154 CM, and you're getting about the same edge retention. So it's good. I wouldn't call it, S30V or S35VN or M390. It's not on that level, but it's decent edge retention for the price. And you're getting full flat grind. The blade is in such a way that's about a 3.3, 3.4 inch overall length, which makes it, with the shape and the size and everything, just a great do-everything knife. But it comes in at 3 ounces. It's got their ball bearing locking mechanism, so it's very smooth, very fast, very easy for me to open, and has their wire pocket clip. I always care about like deep ride, unobtrusive pocket clips, and again, 3 ounces is what I like, and it's got a huge handle, but not overly huge in that it takes up space in my pocket, but just really so many capabilities for about 80 bucks. Here is the newcomer that I'm going to recommend to you as like the most epic, more budget-friendly version, if you will, with very similar features in the sense of like style, that type of thing, and materials of this Manix 2. This isn't even out yet. This will be released in April. I got a pre-production from Steel Will. This is the Steel Will Cut Jack, and this is their budget version. Now they're going to have a premium Italian-made version. This is a Chinese version, but it comes with D2 steel, great edge retention. It's almost the exact same blade length. It's about 3.4 and a half, and then about 3 inches on the actual cutting edge. High saber grind. We have a polymer plastic handle with some nice liners in there. Nice liner lock. Deep pocket clip in that, tip up pocket clip. It's a decent ride. There'll be some sticking up, but it's tip up, right or left. Flipper design. Bronze bushings, super fast, weighs 3.7 ounces, so only 0.7 ounces heavier than this guy. MSRP on this bad boy is going to be 50 bucks. So street value is going to be about $40, give or take, depending on what you're looking at. And I think this is a fantastic option for those of you who maybe are looking for that kind of do-everything lightweight folder, but you don't have the $80 that the Spyderco costs. This is a huge runner-up, and you're going to see this in many different, not only full reviews, but also just concept videos down the line, because I think it's hitting a great functionality at a great price point. So this would be my recommendation for you guys as a do-everything mid-weight EDC knife that can handle any task from outdoors to self-defense to EDC to utility. There's just so many capabilities that I believe both the Spyderco or the Steel Will can handle. So guys, these two have been rocking non-stop since I've had the Manix 2 now for quite a while, and for a budget-friendly version, the Cut Jack is so similar in so many ways that I love carrying that one as well at about half the cost. Wallet is the Trav Lambo, and they have a couple different versions. My wife has kind of like a plaid version that they sell. This is a leather version. It ran about $12. It's a RFID blocker in it. It's very slim, which I really like. It's got 2 layers on each side, a slide, and then a money pouch as well. Very lightweight, really slimmed down my wallet system, and still gives me that protection against people scanning and ripping off my cards, and just has been working fantastic for me. Still rocking it, guys. Haven't found anything yet that could compete with the Leatherman Squirt on the keychain daily. Super worn, but still cooking. Probably another year, and I'm gonna just purchase a new one, just because the teeth you can see here are starting to get a little worn over all the years of use. I think I've had this now for 3 years, 4 years on my keychain. I use it a ton, from working on guns to clipping some wire for wiring up a mic or something like that around the office, or whatever it may be that we're working on. Lots of different capabilities. You guys, I mean, if you've been around, the tools. I mean, we got scissors, we got flathead, 2 different sizes. We got a bottle cap opener. We got a little blade. I mean, you can honestly just EDC this thing almost if you're just looking for EDC, and a file. So, I mean, there's so much going for it. 30 bucks, super compact, lots of colors. I mean, and great to throw on your keychain, and will get a ton of work done for you. Now, as we're cruising along here, the other aspect is this new flashlight I just recently picked up from Phoenix. I bought this little guy. I think I paid $28 for it. Now, the deal is that this is a USB rechargeable micro flashlight. This is the Phoenix UC02, And the deal with this is that you just turn the face all the way off here, and you got a USB, micro USB port. It does have a battery inside, an internal battery that you can remove and replace if it was to ever go bad on you. And it's a head twist, and I believe we have here 10 lumens on the low setting, and then if I twist higher, then there we go. Let's get it. There we go. We have 130 lumens. Now, this 130 lumens is actually rated for about 45 minutes. I have run it for over an hour several times now, and it's still cooking, and it will go for about 3 hours before the flashlight totally dies on high, and it goes for quite a lot longer on low. Now, as you saw there are some little quirks with it in that it's twist, obviously, and you can see there it died because I didn't quite twist it enough, and in fact I over twisted it. So there's still some little quirks that I'm seeing here with it, and then you got to bring it to the high beam there, and if you over twist it, it will die out again. So I don't like that. I would have liked to see it where you just do a total twist off and it locks out. That's kind of annoying to me to see that. And then if I like push down on the face without loosening it up enough, now if I loosen up a lot, now it's not going to turn on. But if it's pretty tight on there and I just, let's say it's on, right, and I just turned it off like that, I can push on the head and get it to engage again. So I'm not 100% sold on it yet. I'm going to play with it some more and see. The reason that I did that over the Nitecore tip is that I've had this thing for about 6 months, loved it every minute, until about 3 weeks ago when I bought this guy, because this was starting to go on the fritz for me. One of the buttons popped out, which is, I was able to stick it back in there, but it was constantly dying in my pocket. I don't know if it was because I was constantly turning it on by mistake. I don't know what the reason was for that. And when I was trying to do the lockout, it would start to kill the battery. It didn't used to do that. It used to be able to lock out and it would still have full battery juice, but now it's starting to kill the battery. And that's what I'm starting to see with Nitecore now, having owned a couple of their products, is that they're good for about maybe like 6 months, and then things start to go crazy on them, particularly if you use them a lot, and I've used this a lot, as you can see. So I would prefer this style where you push a button and it, boom, blasts on instead of having to twist the head. Now, I like how much smaller this guy is, but these are about the same price. This has way bigger lumens, 360 lumens there on the burst mode versus 130 for about the same price. This is obviously way more reliable in the sense that it's not going to turn on in my pocket unless I want it to, but I have to use 2 hands to turn it on, so that it's a downside. So I'm still not happy with my pocket flashlight system yet, and I'm waiting really for something to come on the market that will be push button, that's small enough to fit in my pocket on a keychain, and is not going to be a hassle and be dying and turning on in my pocket and just be on the fritz. So that's what I'm kind of dealing with right now, guys. Not really happy with either one, but I'm sacrificing speed of turning on for more reliability with the Phoenix. Well, on my iPhone 6, my LifeProof case, after about 1.5 years, finally bit the dust. It was just getting, all the joints were kind of starting to pop apart. It wasn't waterproof anymore. So I just went with a very basic backup one that I had. It's doing okay. I'll be upgrading soon to an iPhone 7. All right, concealed carry pistol that I've been using since I started and got my concealed carry is some version of the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield 9mm. Now, I love this gun because it's just fun to shoot. Forget about the fact that it's a concealed carry gun. It's fun. It fills out my hand when I use my extended mag, and the sights are fantastic. Great price point. I paid like $400 for this version. I think $390 for the other one. That's now my wife's concealed carry. And we'll talk about all that here in just a moment. But the trigger's decent. The accuracy is great for what size it is. It's not hard, it's not harsh, it's not heavy in the trigger pull or anything like that. Unlike a lot of other concealed carry pocket guns, subcompacts that are just not fun to shoot. You go to the range and you roll your eyes and you gotta do it because that's what you have and you gotta practice, but it's not a fun gun to shoot. My wife and I will go to the range, just take our concealed carry guns and just have a good time and just have fun, not only training but also just shooting the guns. It's a blast to do them because they're good guns. We like them a lot. Now, my holster that I've been rocking for, I want to say almost a year now, is my CYA holster. Really dig this a lot. This is a Bowleron, not a Kydex. Really clicks in solid, much better than my old Kydex version that I had from another company. We got 2 retention screws here that you can tighten down or loosen up, and just really grips the trigger guard right here very nicely. They have a few different colors, and they do have this, and you can canter the clip slightly. Great clip for the belt that we'll talk about. and just works really well for my system. Now, I upgraded my shield recently. We talked about that in one of my recent EDC videos that we did. And we discussed the fact that after a while and getting comfortable with knowing firearms and concealed carrying on a regular basis, my first original version had an external safety. After lots of practice, lots of getting comfortable, I wanted something that did not have the external safety, and I was carrying my one with the external safety with it off all the time. So my wife got her concealed carry. I gave her that one with the safety so that she could get used to carrying a gun, feel a little bit more secure. And then I upgraded to the same version just with night sights and with no external safety. So I carry it one hot in the chamber, and it's been working fantastic for me. The night sights work fantastic, and I love the sight picture that they give you here. And just love, again, just love the gun. Just a fantastic firearm. And I usually will carry with the extended mag, and that fits my large size hands perfectly, and it's still easy enough to conceal. And then I do the minis with a finger plate. These are like $7. Again, and the links in the description below for my backup. So if I have to, see, this is what happens. This is the one complaint, and this happens with most subcompacts, is that you have really got to like move your hand out of the way. See, and even then you really got to slam it in there. And it's just hard because of how slow to the body and frame of the handle the mag is. It's just something you got to deal with. You don't have that problem with this guy. Boom, goes in every time, not an issue. It just always seems to be kind of a little, see, you just really got to slam it and work it. It's hard to do it on camera here to do that. So that's the spare mag that I usually carry, but I carry the full size on me at all times. But yeah, guys, love this firearm, and it's going to be in the regular rotation of my concealed carry for my EDC for the foreseeable future. Now, along with that, I want to give you an update that with our last EDC update video, I was carrying this Readyman elastic sleeve to carry my spare mag. You would stick your spare mag in here, and it would hold it in place, and then you would wear it on your belt. You run your belt through there, and it's just a super slim way to carry your pistol mag. Awesome, not a problem, except for the fact that I recently lost one of these in my buddy's car. Didn't even realize it until I got home, and I checked and was, disarming for the night and putting it in the safe next to the bed, and I realized I was missing my mag. I freaked out. I was like, where the heck is my mag? Oh my gosh, did it fall out, on the street? Was it at a restaurant? What happened? And thankfully it was in my buddy's car, but this squeezed out unbeknownst to me in his car and fell out. Not recommended. Do not carry your mag in these. I can't recommend doing that. So I've had to go back to looking for some form of a Kydex horizontal holster to carry my backup mag. So something that I wanted to note. You can carry other stuff in this if you want, but I would never carry a mag now, having experienced that inside that pouch. All right, folks, drawn to a close here. We got this cool hat. I did a video on this a long time ago, and I really liked this hat. And again, I'll annotate in what it is. I forget what it is, off the name of it off the top of my head, but they have lots of different colors. They got blacks, they got blues. This is like a tundra, and I just recently picked this one up. I love it because I'm really picky about my hats. It fits me perfectly, fits and contours to my head, wicks away sweat, really well done. And it's made out of, let's see here, 68% cotton, 29% nylon, and 3% spandex. And the best part is, if you remember watching way back, I complained about the fact that this extra tab had no keeper, and it would just hang in front of your face. So if you had to wear it your hat backwards because you were working on something, or you just like wearing your hat backwards, you're kind of screwed. Not the case anymore. They added a little tiny elastic band to keep this thing from flapping around. So it's just nice to see that little upgrade. Pick this one up, and it's really my go-to hat. The downside is there's no patch on it. I'd love to see a patch attachment in the future, but for my regular running out of the house, I'm going on a hike, or I'm going to the office, and it's a lighter day where I can just wear a baseball cap or something. This style and this cool hat is my go-to for sure, for its comfortability as well as styling. Finally, here we got the Grip 6 belt made in the USA. What's cool about this belt is that it's a friction-held belt, and there's no excess that flaps around that you got to fold up. It's made, again, all in the US out of this super strong industrial strength webbing. They have like 10 to 15 different colors of webbing. They have 10 or 15 different colors of the buckle. So the color combinations are endless. I have two of them. I have a gray one and then a tan one. And the way this thing works is based off of friction. Instead of like normal belts, you would feed it through here. There'd be some sort of a clasp. Then you got this stuff you got flapping around that you got to deal with. On the on the opposite, this goes in behind the face, so this is what you're looking at. So if you have your shirt tucked in or something, this is what people are going to see, with the excess going behind and staying out of the way. And the friction is fantastic. It has never slipped on me, had issues, even with the weight of a concealed carry firearm. I regularly carry it. I can regularly pull with it with this particular clip on this particular holster. That is the one complaint I would say, is that it's rather thin webbing. So depending on your clip, on your concealed carry firearm, you may have some issues, and the holster may come out with the gun, is what I'm saying. I've never had that issue with mine, and I've practiced tons of pulls with my Grip 6 belt, no issues, but that is something just consider. If you've had trouble with thin nylon webbed belts in the past, you may experience that with this. But other than that, fantastic. I think this nylon's rated for like 2,000 pounds, so super strong. The sizing is very accurate. I weigh 34 waist. This is a 34 size that I ordered. Fits perfectly, and if you're kind of concerned, you can always upgrade, you know, and go like one size larger, and then you just use scissors, cut off the extra, and melt it down, and you know, no problem there at all. The last thing I would say is that the rear belt loop that I have always seems to kind of crimp these a little bit on the back side. That would be the other thing just to kind of take into consideration. Well, folks, there you have it. Thank you so much for coming over here and checking out the channel. I hope the on-body video has helped you out with my EDC system update, pointing you in the right direction, giving you some ideas. Now stay tuned, same day, same time. We're going to be throwing up within, I think, a half hour, the pack video with my off-body EDC, so stay tuned for that. You can watch it a little bit later in the day if you wish, and we'll walk through all the stuff that's in my bag, so stay tuned for that. Always remember, please subscribe, comment, like, share this video. Love to hear you guys' thoughts. We're putting up videos every single week with different concepts, content, and reviews. And check us out on all the relevant social media as well. Instagram, Facebook, always posting up stuff there every day. It's a great way to see what's up and coming, and a different way to communicate with me if you have more questions. And finally, guys, always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared. We'll see you out there.